Okie dokie. So, sorry I'm a little bit behind today. I have to take care of something. So we're doing Catwoman. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hair and I'm going to try to pin it back so it's not in my face. I'm outside today because I am at my family's house. Alright. So, welcome. I don't have my chat thingy, so I can't see if anyone is... I can, but sun's a little bit behind me. But I think we can get through this. Alright, so while we're waiting for anyone who wants to join, I have my black face paint that we're going to be using today. We're going to be using our muddy gray. We're going to be using our blue. Very little of the blue. Maybe some of our awesome white. No gems for this one. I mean, I'm sure we could figure out a way to use gems, but that's not something I'm really excited to do. So, or not something that needs to appear for this one, because Catwoman, I mean, she might need some glitter, don't get me wrong, but Catwoman's pretty bomb. So I want to lower this so you guys can see a little bit better. Alright. Now, I'm going to be using my handy dandy squirt bottle. And because we're painting a mask, we're going to start off with the black. Now, the black and this flat brush. So I'm trying to position myself. This is my first time borrowing my friend's camera thingy because it's last minute. But, and the sun's creeping up. So, let's get started. Alright, I wet my brush and I want to spray our awesome black. My forehead's a wee bit gigantic from this angle. We'll see how this works. Alright, so I'm just loading up my brush, going back and forth. Flat brushes, you gotta go back and forth. So I left my paints in my minivan again because I was coming over here. And I left it in there for a couple days because I didn't need it till today. And so my California black like melted all over again. And so, but we will retrain it to the way we want. It'll take some practice, but we can do it. Alright, so now that my brush is all nicely loaded, always test out on yourself first. Just the right amount of coverage we want. I'm going to reload a little bit. Okay, so this is a very rough sketch of what we're doing. I know. So we're gonna start with the forehead. This is a bit weird for me. Because normally I'm used to my mirror. Maybe I'll bust out my mirror. I have my handheld mirror. Alright, so we're gonna go with the little ear, and we're just taking the corner of our brush and we're pulling in. And you can even them out. Like right now this one's kind of like funky. We can angle it and we can come back in. Catwoman has little ears. She does not have no big ears. But when I think Catwoman, right now it looks like I have a black bone on my forehead. When I think Catwoman, I think of Michelle Pfeiffer. I loved Batman Returns. Oh my goodness, I love Batman Returns. And if you watched my Batman one or my Joker video, let's see, they're not really even. Let's try to even these guys out. I'm gonna take this guy and we're just going to make our forehead a wee bit taller. Alright, we're gonna start with the not cat eye, but we're going to take from here, we're going to draw along the eyebrow line and go out. And then we're going to bring it down. Because she wears a mask. Like so. Similar to a Harley Quinn. But anywho, like I was saying, I think of Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. The one that Tim Burton wrote. We're going to try to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to look in the mirror. the brow line, like so. And then we're going to come here. Not bad. I'm going to bring it in a little bit more though. Pretty darn close. Alright, now we're just going to fill it in. Anyways, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, all-time favorite Catwoman. There's the Halle Berry one. We're connecting our ear. And same with this side. We're going to point our ear. And we're going to bring it down. Can try to do one motion. Like so. This one's down a little bit, but that's okay. Easy fix. That's why we do this like little outline first, and then we're going to fill it in. So I'll bring it right there. Then I'm going to mark on my nose where I want it to stop. And then I'm going to bring this down my face, like so. And it looks like I'm going around my nostril, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow the natural contours of my face and try to match up what I can. Like so. Alright, and now I'm going to fill it in. Anywho, so yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. Freaking love that one. Makes me happy. I think because in that movie, Batman Returns, Catwoman, she's a secretary to this business dude who is Christopher Walken's, and you gotta love a good Christopher Walken's. Anyways, he teams up with the Penguin, which Danny DeVito, come on now. And then have a little bit of an audience. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Break. All right. Use the bathroom, okay? All right. I'm watching my niece and nephews, and they're in online school right now, and they're both just went on break, and so they were spying on me.
I already used it.
Awesome sauce. Alright, so we're just filling in right here. So anyways, he teamed up with Danny DeVito, who is the Penguin. And, you just love the Penguin. He's so hideous. And, let's see. I want to bring this in, because I don't feel like I'm getting the desired cat eye look that I want. I'm just going to bring it in and under a little bit more. That is my makeshift notepad sketchbook, baby. Okay. So kind of like this, better than this. So we're going to start filling this side in and trying to make this look like this. It kind of looks like the frames of my glasses, to be honest. True. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Alright, so
you're good at that.
Anyway, she discovers that he's doing some bad business with the Penguin, and he gets rid of her, but she doesn't go away. Cats end up saving her life in a really weird way. Don't know how it works, but hey, I mean, supervillains are created all sorts of ways. But that's her origin story that Tim Burton came up with. And then she goes home, makes herself an awesome cat suit, which I like because they show her making it, which obviously isn't really her making it. But the idea that Catwoman made her own costume, I think is pretty bomb. Like, they show her sewing, they show her pricking her finger, cutting up a leather jacket. or a costume, I think it was, a mixture of, and she just looks bomb. And hand stitching, that must have taken forever, but she was a woman on a mission, and she was not about to be deterred by a little costume. So that was, I think that's why I like her the most, that Catwoman. She didn't just go down to a store and buy a black leather costume. And, you know, let's see. Let's even out the eyes. A little rounder right here. Like so. Yeah. And then she just spends the whole time, because she's angry at men in general, and she spends the whole time trying to get revenge on Christopher Walken's character, and then teams up with the Penguin. And so anyways, I just, all-time favorite Batmans.
What you trying to make?
I'm making Catwoman, baby.
Catwoman?
Yep. Let me turn off that. Okay. So, big eyebrows. Let's minimize this part. Let's bring it in a little bit more. No. Went too in. It's okay. Remember, what you do to one side, try to do to the other. I think this one's a little down. Alright. This is the part that takes the longest. But I'm just trying to make sure that it comes out.
Little clippy clip here.
Yeah, that's my clip, baby.
A baby clip.
Here, I should clip back my hair a little bit more.
Yeah, right there, maybe. Oops, that's my class.
Alright, go back to class, sweetie. Listen to your teachers. Alright, so, cat lady, little ears, cat eyes. I have a really big, like, divots right here, but I think, like, from the side it looks fine. And then from the front. But I like it. I think it's good. Okay, so now is the fun part. We have to let it dry. And then we're going to add some awesome stitches. So like I said, the one that I'm imitating is the Michelle Pfeiffer one where she hand stitches her mask and everything. And I just think that's awesome. So, but actually before we do that, we're going to start with a bit of a blue, like, shadow type thing. And we're going to use our big boy. Now, the thing with this shadow is that the whole movie is super, super dark. Like, you're wondering, like, why is even in the daytime it's so dark. But then you think, oh, well, it's Gotham City, it's polluted. And then you just realize that, well, now as a kid. Which, by the way, this movie came out when I was like 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. I came out when I was 4. So, can't really say much. So I'm getting I got this wet, my brush, and then I'm adding a little bit of black, see right there, to it. And I'm mixing it in, because I want that kind of like dark blue look. So I'm just mixing it in until, let's see, no, there we go. So what we're going to do is we are going to do like a little, I need my mirror for this. I'll get as close to you as possible. We need to go like right here in this area for the ear. I don't know if you can see that. The sun just decided to come out. And because I'm doing on black, it's kind of, you gotta reload. Let's see. Alright. Well, this angle is just gonna have to work for right now. But later when I do my Norwal, which I'm doing a Norwal at noon, I can switch it up. So we're gonna reload our blue. And always test it out first if you're not sure. So I want it like that, but the more the more moist, the more paint and water you have on your paintbrush, it's going to mix. So I'm looking at my thing. I want this on my curve of my, it's kind of just like a background color. We're gonna be putting the stitches over it. So remember, if your color blends in too much, just rotate your brush. I know it might be difficult to see, but it's difficult for me to see too. Maybe if I switch sides. Hold on 1 second. Is this any better? I think it is. Alright, so we're going to continue. I'm reloading. Alright, so you can't see any of the blue. So we're just going back in with the blue and reapplying. Now you can kind of see it. It's supposed to be like an afterthought, like just a shiny bit of the mask. So instead of like a highlight, we're doing like a blue highlight. So we're going across her forehead, like so. And it's okay that it's blending in. We're gonna do above the above the eye sockets. Just kind of outline it. I'm gonna take pictures inside or more like in the sun so you guys can see. I can kind of see it. Like I said, I'm working on minimal resources here. But I'm gonna go along my eyebrow line. Like so. So I'm just gonna put a couple of, I mean, this isn't really the important part anyways, but we just have a tiny look. And I want a little bit brighter blue because I want to put some shiny parts on the nose. So we're just kind of like outlining just this, like the nostril sides, just to show just a little contour of the mask because it has to like bend and fit certain ways. So looking at my mirror now, I will post pictures at the end of what it looks like, but this is it for right now. And of course I left my brushes on the other side of the tube. Okay. The sun is just gonna follow me no matter what. I'm gonna put my black down. I'm gonna bust out my gray. So the cool thing about the gray is that what we're going to be doing with it is we're going to be using it to make the stitches, and then we're going to go back with the white and we're going to add the highlights of the stitches. So I'm mixing and I'm mixing and I'm mixing some more. Taking one of my older brushes that I don't use that often because I kind of just want to see how, I haven't used it in a while, so I just want to see how it works. And so I'm loading it up with our gray. Test it out first, like so. And I want that look. I'm gonna bring it a wee bit closer. All right. I'm gonna get my notebook and prop it up so I can see what it is that I want to do. Just rip that out. See if I can balance it. No, not balancing. No, that won't work. Okay. I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna hold it with my mirror. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to outline the forehead where it meets the ears. Like so. And then we're going to do, actually, yeah, we're just going to outline real quick the ears with the gray. Get our 100 water, spray our gray, make it nice and wet. And we're going to go back to outlining. If anyone would like to tell me what their favorite Batman movie is, or their favorite Batman villain, I'm down to hear it. You can comment, and I can reply to you later. All right, see how it's adapting to the black, and I just want it to kind of be. And so I'm just reloading my brush. I'm gonna go across the bridge of the nose. Lower you a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. On the other side. And I'm kind of trying to blend it in with the rest of the mask. Not blend in, but see how it's like super gray? So the more you press it into the black, it's going to adapt. It's going to blend in with, let me hold my mirror here so not that looking away from you. It's gonna absorb. Yeah, that's the word I want. Absorb. See, it's just pulling in from the sides, which is, it's okay. That's what I kind of want. It just adds dimension and shadowing and just a little something else. And it will, as it dries, the paint will grow darker. So let's see. Go in here, and then I'll run up here. And then there. Okay, so I could outline my eyes, but I wanted to outline my eyes last because I tend to mess that up. So we're gonna take the gray now that we have most of it, or all the other than the eyes, all of that outlined. We're gonna take our brush again, and we are going to start with the stitches. So I actually place them similar to how Michelle Pfeiffer did. So she has like one going from here, just kind of like that. And we might just do the outline of the stitches in the gray and then go over it with the white, because I think that would be a nice contrast. And then she has one going from this side and ending like right above, right in this eye socket area. So if you have hairy eyebrows like me, no problem, just go in the opposite direction, or just go with the direction of your hairy eyebrows and then pat that line. And if you need more paint, no shame, reload. Hairy eyebrows are a pain in the tush, but wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, because this gray, because it's going to dry dark, it's going to blend in a little bit, which I think is kind of what I'm going for. And I know I'm using the word kind of a lot. The only closest I've gotten to painting a Catwoman is mainly a cat and or Black Panther that I painted last Friday. So, alright, we have that. I kind of want to paint from here to here, connecting these two areas. Just paint over the hairy eyebrow. And if you want to be a cat man, I say Catwoman, nothing wrong with that either. Alright, and see how it's really white? It'll dry darker, just like our nose did, if you notice. Alright, so let's see. I have so I have this one coming down here, and so I want this one going up. So we're going to start at the base of the eye right here. We're going to go up and across. Like that. It's going to look funny because of the bridge of your nose, but trust me, it's fine. So we're going to do a stitch, a round one right here under the eye. And then I want another one right here, and it's just going to be straight. Alright, now the other side of the eye. So I want this one connecting right here. And remember, eyebrows. You draw and then you dab to fill in the gap areas that you missed. And this is just fun face paint. You know, just fun. You can put your stitches wherever you want. I just sketched it out so that way I had an idea of what I wanted where. Now if you notice though, I have a round and a straight. So this side I'm going to do a round right here. And then I want a straight. It's going to come in diagonally right here. See? Alright, so that's going to dry. Most of it's already dry, no joke. You kind of notice the blue right here adds a little bit of a shine. No worries. Alright, we're going to drop that back in, and then I'm going to get rid of our gray for right now. We still need our gray for our outlining of our eye sockets. We're going to take our brilliant white. Sorry for the chip nails. But you know, I always have chip nails, so I'm not really that sorry. So we are loading up our whimsical thin brush. Now it looks a little thick, but it's really thin. And it's whimsical. I call it whimsical because, well, it is very thin and sometimes it gets carried away with itself. So we're going to take this. We're going to do a couple of lines. Now I want to do, it's very drippy. I just saw that. So dab on your dry towel that you have, a paper towel, whatever you want. So we're going to go right here along the ears to show that they are connected. Like so. And you can do little lines or big lines. Like so. Like these ones are a little longer and thicker. These ones are a little thinner and a little shorter. Which is fine. I'm doing a variety because if you, like I said, if you watch the Michelle Pfeiffer one, she just went to town. She goes, F this, I'm doing it all. And so this is just going to be a little bit of a tedious part. And the smaller the lines you do, the more it'll like fit in. You're able to fit more. And you see like how I got a little dry right here? Just lightly roll your paintbrush. Right. And go back to town. You already noticed it's like starting to gray up a little bit. And that's fine. Like I said, the one that we're going after to look at is Tim Burton, and everything in his movies are dark. And so I just did that eye. If you're feeling brave, try to draw on your eyebrows. Oh look, I made a stitch on my eyebrows. Okay, alright. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna go. Like I said, she was kind of frantic. This Catwoman was kind of frantic when she painted. Oh, okay, but we'll continue over here. So, like, her stitches might be a little bit, you know, crazy. But as long as it works. Like, I hand sew some stuff, but I prefer to machine sew. Because my hand is not good, and I'm not even when it comes to string. Not even when it comes to paint. But I do my best, and that's all you can ask for, is that you do your best. Right. Ah, see, we have a little straggler. I don't know if you can see. Let me see. See that little guy hanging out there on the tip? Yeah. Anyways, you can't. I can. We're gonna take it. Alright, let's start back with the nose. Just on the bridge of the nose. And then we're going to do right here. And if you find it difficult, try turning your head. Try holding the brush at a different angle. This angle is kind of weird for me, so I'm doing my best. I'm raising my eyebrows like this. I'm gonna have to do like a photo thing where I post all of my Batman characters. The only one I haven't done yet that I would be maybe interested in would be Iceman, which of course no one knows. But no, we've done Wonder Woman, we've done Batman, we've done we can't really do Superman other than like a swirl right here. Done Joker, we've done Harley Quinn. Oop, see, eyebrow problems, it's okay. And then we'll do let's see, what other DC comics have we done? Black Panther doesn't count. I mean, he is a superhero, but he's not DC Universe. My problem is with doing Flash and with doing Green Lantern, they all just have a mask. And they're not like a detailed mask like this. It's just like a piece of fabric, this one color. But if a kid asked me at a party, hey, I want to be Green Lantern, I won't say no, of course not. If I want to say Flash, I'll try to find the logo and copy it to the best of my abilities and put it on the cheek, similar to Captain America. Alright, we have our stitches. Now, if we want, we can take this and do outline, but I kind of don't because it's very, like I said, it's whimsical. It's not really, kind of want to add this to show that it's shiny. Right above the blue. I'm Catwoman. Alright, I'm going to take the brush I said was my older brush. This guy. Now, let's do, yeah, let's do gray. I was gonna do white, but I kind of want to stick with the dark theme of having like the eye sockets be gray, and then if I want, I can add some highlights to the parts of that. Let me mix up. I got like both hands are full. My sleeve is fallen as it's a little chilly outside. Alright. And we're just mixing our dirty gray. I always keep, if I run low on a white or a black or something, I always get a new one and I keep the old one because you're always going to need gray. You're going to always need extra dimension. Alright, so I'm going to hold my mirror up right in front of the camera. I don't know if you can see it, but I hope you don't. And then we're going to go right here in the eye socket and follow the outline you made, like so. Reload. If you get a chance after you do a really long thick line, and I try to do one line at a time, like one stroke. I think that's a technical term for it, but I don't technically talk professionally. Alright, and now we're going to go in here, and we're going to grab this little guy. But yeah, I always try to reload after one big swoop, because it just helps keep the line strong. But right now, kind of don't I have that for the top, but the bottom it kind of started blending in, which is no problem. Life happens. But I want this to be a little bit sharper. But my dang hurry eyebrows are in the way. So you do your best. And I make my outline right here a little bit thicker coming up to the top. Like so. And it's a couple different colors of gray, so I'm just blending it in to the best of my ability. I might let it dry and then come back to it after I'm done with the other eye. All right, and see how like you have like a black line? Just reload a little bit and try to come back, and then try to do a solid line, and if not, just lightly dab like so. And you can lightly dab all the way up to the area that you are trying to work in. See? Not a whole lot of darkness going on right there. Alright. I like it. I might do a white outline just on the corner just to give it some contrast and to show how sharp and pointy and shiny it is. Alright, so we're going to take it and try this eye. Now, because my hand doesn't really come like that easily, so we're going to start from the corner of the eye and bring it in. Alright, let's try this, baby. Remember, if you can, try to do one line. It doesn't always work out that way. And don't beat yourself up about it. Do what you do and make it work for you. That's one thing I like to do, is I like to take something, even if it's a mistake, and I might like to make it somehow work out the way I want it to be. And sometimes it pans out, and sometimes it doesn't. But the thing is that you tried. Oh, look, I forgot those stitches are for this eyebrow. I guess we have to come back with our white. Ooh, good thing we're already planning on it. Alright, and we're going to go here. Let me hold this here. Right, and remember the difficulty we had with the other side. Ooh, really close to the eye socket. Not a big fan right now. Make it work for you. Right. Reload. Attempt number 2. Like I said, cat lady or cat woman, she had a rough night. Her makeup's always, well, her makeup was always on point, but her costume was tore up a lot of the time, but her makeup, oh man, she had the best, like cat eyes. I get it, cat lady, cat woman, cat eyes. Right. Try to make that a little sharper. And then we're going to dab right here to get rid of that dark black line from our initial line. And try to even it out and dab, 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 blend, blend, blend. I like it. Okay, so we're going to clear that. We're going to get our whimsical brush again. We're going to go back with the white. We're going to do slight highlights on the corners of the eyes, and then we're going to finish up those stitches that we forgot. So I'm going to spritz my water and clean my whimsical brush. And we're twirling and we're twirling. Okay, so we're going to go here, and we are going to kind of just like that. And if you want, you can just come here. So yeah, it's a nice sharp contrast. If you want, you can fill in right here. Remember, it's a mask, so it has like I'm just gonna stop right above like where my crease is right here. Now I'm gonna reload. See how it adds like a nice sharpness. I'm gonna add a little bit more right here because we touched the gray and then it dried and it created that line. And same here. Slow and steady wins the race, remember. Right, and we're gonna do that again to this side after we do our stitches. So let's get our stitches right there. So we are gonna take our brush. Like that. Okay, now we're gonna dry or lightly get our brush reloaded just lightly, and we're gonna try to go the eye socket. I'm gonna come from here and work my way in. Now I'm gonna go back. Like that. Then we're going to come down a little bit to where the eyelash line corner of your eye socket is, like so. And we're going to reload a little bit more and try to cover up this gray area right here. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to lightly outline just the cheek area right here and right here. And a little line on the nose. And that I already did. We're going to do this side of the ear. And then just as similar, we're going to do the line to that ear. Alright. And if I had my eyeliner, my liquid eyeliner, I would be using that to create cat eyes. But let's release my hair. Ow! Shake it on out. And Catwoman. I just love the stitches so much. This would be a super easy costume. Just get like a, if you're, I think we go to Dollar Tree. They still might have some liquid eyeshadow, and you don't have to be like black, but you could be like a gold version, or they might have like a purple, and you could be completely purple and be old school, old school, where she had like a purple bodysuit, and I don't remember if she had a purple mask, but pick whatever cat lady you want and run with it. But I'm excited. I like this one. So I'm gonna go try to take photos so you guys can try to see the blue. It's very difficult to see out here in the sun. Later we're doing a narwhal, which I'm really excited about, and then I'm coming a little closer because the light is blinding my eyes, because I just freaking love narwhals. And it's going to be an eye piece, so the narwhal is going to be on my eye, and then I'm going to have some fishies on the side with some bubbles. So narwhal, unicorn of the sea. I'm excited. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to upload this video so you guys can watch it for tutorials later on if you decide you want to be a Catwoman or something. But just so you can get a closer look here, and this side, and the nose, and alright, well thanks again, and I hope you guys are all at home being safe, and I appreciate you giving me your time, and thank you, and have a wonderful Friday. Okay, bye bye.